All right, welcome back, guys. I'm Jake Ellenbogen. Today we're going to be talking about DeMarcus Robinson of the LA Rams. I'm going to give you my thoughts on him, my thoughts on his 2024 season incoming, and pretty much where I expect him to be as far as the rest of the wide receivers go. Before we dive into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan, including Instagram at JKBogan. I am trying to push that thing. Appreciate everyone who has newly followed over there. But without further ado, DeMarcus Robinson. I mean, I really liked this signing when it happened. If you don't believe me, you can go back and you can check out a video I made the day I think it was announced. I thought it was a great move. Somebody that has, jump ball ability, good speed, size combo. Obviously played some meaningful games in his career, with the Chiefs and even the Ravens. Talked about the fact that before he came to the Rams, the last game he played with the Ravens was in the playoffs. He was the only one to catch a touchdown in that game. So you saw the yards after the catch ability. You saw his jump ball ability on full display last year, coming down with 26 of his 39 targets for 371 yards and 4 touchdowns. What we really didn't expect is somebody to be, I think when he was signed, I had him be in like a 4th or a 5th option. Again, really like the move. I've always liked him from afar, but to see him emerge as the 3rd option down the stretch was really impressive. And look, I'm a huge fan of Tutu Atwell's game. I think he's got a lot going for him, but I think, end of the day, they know that they have a bigger bodied target for Matthew Stafford over the middle of the field, and the margin for error isn't as slim. And if DeMarcus Robinson can block the way Atwell can, and maybe even better, and he can get open like Atwell, then at that point, you just have 2 really good receivers, and you can kind of play them however you want. So DeMarcus Robinson was a big focal point in the offense down the stretch. It didn't happen until about week 12 against the Cleveland Browns. He had 4 catches on 5 targets. He caught a touchdown that game. It started a 4-game touchdown streak, had 55 yards in that one, then caught 3 of 10 targets against his former Ravens team for 46 yards and a touchdown. It was tough getting him the ball in that one, but he still came down with a touchdown. And then he had a touchdown against Washington, caught 2 on 3 targets for 44 and a touchdown. His big coming out party, for the Rams were his last 2 games of the year. And so much so, this guy made himself so valuable that the Rams didn't even use him against the 49ers. That's how valuable they felt about him going into the playoffs. You look at that game against New Orleans, he really stood out strong. I mean, early on in the game, he didn't really get many targets towards the end, but early on in the game, he had 6 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Looked tremendous, was really hard to stop. And then, of course, against the Giants, 6 catches on 10 targets for 92 yards. He broke the touchdown streak, was not able to add a touchdown in that game, and did have a costly fumble. He actually had 2 fumbles. He lost one of them. But all in all, really impressed with what DeMarcus Robinson put on tape last year. Just going back and watching the film, this is somebody that I think has always had it. He's always had the ability to be a number 2 receiver at the very least. But his ability to work inside, work outside, win off the line of scrimmage, get open, even, we talk about all the time quarterbacks and how they can work off script. He's somebody that's had to work off script, and he's done a nice job of it. The wherewithal to keep his feet in bounds, secure the catch. I mean, I really feel like this was his best year. He just didn't get a chance to play much that year. Like I said, it wasn't until like week 13 where he really started to get the opportunity. In the past, he's had 458 yards with the Baltimore Ravens, 466 with the Chiefs in 2020, and 449 in 2019 with the Chiefs. So he's never had 500 yards. I think he could get that this year. We'll see what ends up happening. But all in all, 14.3 yards per reception, which is a career high for him. Really like the combo with him and Stafford. And again, he plays bigger than his size. So he's 6'1", 203, prototypical wide receiver size. Love it. He plays like he's 6'3", 6'4". Okay? So I think the Rams really love that about him. And this guy's aging in reverse. He's going to be 30 years old in September, mid-September. And you look at this guy, and Jordan Rodriguez said it. I mean, he's getting better with age, if that's even possible. I don't know if it's possible. Maybe it is. More experience. Also, keep in mind, yes, he won a Super Bowl, but he never really was utilized a ton in Kansas City. So, he was always the fourth, fifth option. Ravens, he got more of an option, more of a priority option. And now with the Rams, it took a while, about week 13, but then he started coming on strong. So, what to make of DeMarcus Robinson? DeMarcus Robinson's 2024 season is everything. He signed a one-year deal to come back with the Rams, but let's be honest here. This is it. DeMarcus Robinson is going to have to pick up the pace here, okay? The stats looked really nice down the stretch, but if he plays a full season, there's no reason why he can't have career highs and everything. And that is what the Rams are anticipating. It's why they brought him back. And that's what he's anticipating. And ultimately, that's what other teams are anticipating if they're going to go and give him a contract after the year. Because I'll tell you right now, Robinson could get paid big time after the season, okay? We don't know what's going to happen. Kupp could go down. Puka could go down. We hope it doesn't happen, but he could be thrusted into a giant role. He could also stay in this third wide receiver, fourth wide receiver role the rest of the year, and that would still be enough, in my opinion, for him to have a career high as long as he play in every single game. Robinson is going to be very important in this one because Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua both had some injuries last year. Cooper Kupp obviously missed time. Puka Nacua played through them. But the reality is you need another guy. And I think he shows the ability to work inside and out, like I've said. But he's got the speed to be a deep threat as well. Could open up the door for those guys, as well as, Tutu Atwell, who we'll get to in the next video. But I think, he's become a fan favorite for a reason. DeMarcus Robinson is very well liked in that organization. And the thing about Robinson is that he came in last year, had a great camp. Everything I ever heard about the guy, fantastic camp, having one of the best camps of anybody in that room. And he didn't really get an opportunity. Van Jefferson was there. Tutu Atwell was there. Puka Nacua was there. These guys were getting opportunities. But DeMarcus Robinson was not. I don't even think he saw the field until like week 10. There was a level of patience and respect there. And I think the Rams just started to fall in love with him. And obviously, you make enough noise in practice and, these coaches are going to see it. They gave him the opportunity. He ran with it. So can he continue that momentum into 2024? I believe so. This is not a stat projection video. I might make them. I don't know. I don't love them. But this is not that. This is just me giving you my thoughts on the 2024 season now. And I'm just going to tell you right now, he should have career highs in every single stat. Okay, the most receptions he's had in a season, 48, 2022 with the Ravens. Okay, he had 26 in the last 5 games of the year. So he should definitely break that. I don't know if he's going to get 75 targets like he did with the Ravens, but he should have more than 48 catches. We'll see what ends up happening. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I think he's going to. And the career high is 466 back in 2020 with Kansas City. He should have that, okay? I think he gets to at least 500 yards this year if he is wide receiver 3. 14.3 yards per reception. I think this goes down. I think the career high was last year, and that's great. I don't know if it's going to be as high this year. Could be, but I don't know if it'll be as high. The touchdowns, he should get at least 5. That would be his career high. He's had 3 different occasions, 2018, 2019, and last year. I think he should get the career high in that. First downs, he had 20 last year. Career high is 26 back in 2020. 20 in 5 games, by the way, with the Rams. So it tells you a lot. I think he's going to break that. Okay, I think he'll have career high in first downs. Success percentage, rather. 59 last year, 59% with the Rams. He had 59.3 as a career high in 2020 with Kansas City. I do think that's going to be around that. Won't say if that's higher or lower, whatever. Catch percentage, he had a 76.3 catch percentage in 2020. Now, keep in mind, he was utilized more as a starter down the stretch for the Rams. 66.7 is really good. That's really good considering. So, we'll see there. But I think, Robinson, he was credited with 4 starts last year, 5 with the Ravens, and he started games with Kansas City, obviously. He started 42 out of 97, but his starts were a little different because you got Tyreek Hill, you got Travis Kelce. You're not really throwing in DeMarcus Robinson unless you have a couple moments where he's open. Maybe he's open in the end zone, whatever. But he wasn't like a priority target. He's a priority target in this offense that likes to spread the ball around. I mean, we talked about it. He had 10 targets, down the stretch. I mean, in one of those games. I mean, that's the thing, okay? Robinson had 10 targets in his last regular season game against the Giants. He had 6 against the Saints. He had 10 against the Ravens. I mean, Stafford likes him. There's a rapport there. So, yeah, I think he's going to, for the most part, break almost all of his career highs this year. And is he aging in reverse? Maybe, but I think, more logically, he's getting more opportunities, more high quality, instead of high volume, just more high quality opportunities, because you still have Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. You do have Tutu Atwell. You have Kyron Williams on the ground. You have an offensive line that can protect Stafford, and you have Matthew Stafford. And I think we're seeing him get more of those, high valued opportunities and more high quality than just, volume, just throwing to him, constantly and just, whatever, even if he's not open, just force feeding him. They're not doing that. So the thing about this offense in that what we've seen is that everything connects together. All the cogs, all the gears have to turn for this thing to work. And the engine to the offense last year, make no mistake about it, was Kyron Williams, okay? Then you had Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua doing some things opens up the door for Cooper Kupp and vice versa. Then you have Tutu Atwell's ability to stretch the field, which opens up the door for those guys. Now you have to, account for Tutu Atwell's speed. So, okay, now we put a bigger guy on him and maybe there's a mismatch there. Okay, well, now we'll add DeMarcus Robinson, who's also got, deep field speed. Now, did he test as well as Tutu Atwell? No, but he runs, the game speed is there. So, then you have your tight ends and everything, but the thing that makes this whole thing work is that at the end of the day, Puka Nacua can block like a fullback or tight end. Cooper Kupp can block like a fullback or a tight end. Tutu Atwell can block very well, and DeMarcus Robinson can block like a fullback or a tight end. DeMarcus Robinson is a top 10 blocking wide receiver. It's why he's on this team. I've said it, time and time again. You have to be able to block to play wide receiver in a Sean McVay offense. DeMarcus Robinson is doing that and then some. And that is why we're talking about him still in 2024 as a member of the Rams and a potential big-time contributor to this offense. So those are my thoughts. Really excited to see what he can do. We'll see what ends up happening. Obviously, stranger things have happened. He could end up as the number 1 receiver, scary as that sounds. He could also end up as the number 5 receiver. Maybe somebody like Jordan Whittington emerges. Maybe Tutu Atwell blows up. Who knows? But going into this year, you have to feel pretty good about what you saw on film. That last game against the Lions, 3 for 6 targets, 44 yards. They wanted to get him the ball more, definitely. It did not work out. It didn't matter because Puka Nacua put on an absolute show. But now, week 1 against the Lions, and this year, we're going to see, is DeMarcus Robinson really aging in reverse? We're going to find out soon enough. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, folks. Later. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.